Hello everyone, this is Professor Plunkett here, coming to you live from my home here in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I want to discuss a little thing with you. Please pardon my home office, a little cluttered today. I have a little bit of work to do to get things straightened out. This is a new device that I'm using, and I'm having a little trouble with Canvas and using it, so I'm just recording this with my camera, and then I'm going to upload the video into the course. So anyway, in our discussion 1.1, which talks about public order and the need for public order, we're talking about how we weigh the difference between the need for order versus chaos in our society. What types of security, what types of protections, what kind of laws, all those things. What do we have to have? What do you want in society? So I read in the Philadelphia Inquirer this morning a very interesting article which had to do with just that very topic. The topic has to do with the Women's March that's taking place tomorrow. I don't know if any of you are going to go to the Women's March. It's going to be on the Ben Franklin Parkway on Saturday, January 20th. And it's a Saturday, so those people that don't work Saturdays, you're more than free to go. I don't expect a lot of working people might be able to go, but it's something that you might be something you're interested in. Women's issues, women's rights, all this sexual harassment stuff that's going on. It's an important thing, and you have the right under the First Amendment to assemble. You have the right to free speech, and that's what these people are doing. So the article in the Inquirer today is about a certain faction of folks who were planning to go to this event, who are now saying they want to boycott the event because of the security that's being set up for the event. And what's happening apparently, and supposedly the Philadelphia police haven't even really made a statement on it, and they were supposed to come out in a press conference today, which I have not seen yet. I don't know whether they already did. I know they did a press conference earlier on the security for the playoff game that's taking place on Sunday, which they're doing a lot of security for that as well. But you have people that are saying they want to boycott the Women's March because the police are even going to be there. The police, they say, are an oppressive force. Police have put down people of color forever, and they say having the police there and having security in place, especially having a cordoned off area and having the potential for checkpoints and bag searches to protect the folks at the march, is oppressive and is going to cause them trauma, so they're going to boycott it. So it makes me think about what happened down south not too long ago this year, where you had a group of marchers who were supposedly right-wing Nazi-type people marching with torches and their flags and what have you, maybe some Confederate flags, what have you, who were down there. And then you had a group of counter-protesters who decided to march, espousing their views, as they have the right to do, against those people. And apparently someone who was affiliated with the right-wing group got in his car and was able to drive into the group of counter-protesters, and unfortunately killing a young woman who was down there protesting. At that point, the folks are like, hey, the police didn't do their job, the police didn't protect us, the police should have been there. And now we're castigating the police in this southern town for not doing their job. Here in Philadelphia, you have the exact opposite going on. Philadelphia police have for years done a phenomenal job in providing security at public events. Whether it was the Pope's visit, whether it was the conventions, the political conventions that have been here over the years, whether it's going to be the NFC Championship game that's going to take place on Sunday, which is a big deal, especially afterwards if the Eagles win, because Philadelphia, who knows, might erupt in chaos. But they're putting in a lot of security. I doubt that any Eagles fans are going to boycott the football game because of oppressive police security. But people from the Women's March are doing so. So what do you think? What is the real balance between our right to assemble and our right to free speech and the need to have security and protect people while they're doing that? And that's the goal. The goal is not to restrict these people doing their free speech. The goal is to protect these people, to protect the folks that are coming there to assemble, to say what they want to say on the women's issues, and to make sure that everybody goes home safely. That's the goal of the Philadelphia Police Department in this event. But people are countering it and saying, well, no, we don't want them there because we don't like the cops. We think the cops are oppressive, they hurt people, la-di-da-di-da-di-da. But what's going to happen also, think about this, if the police did not provide this high level of security and something did happen, say someone got into the area where the marchers are with a gun and took out a few of the protesters, or as happened down the south, somebody managed to somehow get into the Ben Franklin Parkway with a car and mowed down a few of the protesters. Now they're going to say, hey, the cops didn't do their job. What is the balance? Where do we draw the line? Your turn.